I'll go further back now. So, oh my god. That's some... I'm really clumsy at the moment, so... Break anymore. Oh wait, I can go through them. Okay, spread a little bit there, but I should be okay. Where's the brake marker? There it is. Gonna let them go on the inside. Had to turn out because of the McLaren. But gotta go on the outside of our teammate. Very risky move. I think on the outside of like 2-3 cars there. Straddling over the curb there, and again the Lexus going slowly. But just not able to get around him. I think we may have just nudged him. Our teammate in the 89. We're in the 30. He's got a different coloured number plate, so I don't know if that means he's in a different class or not. Either way though, it was a bit of a struggle there. We couldn't really get past him. I think there was melees behind there. Not too sure if they involved me or not. Well, I didn't really feel any contact. There's a car way off wide at this I forgot the corner names now. This is really bad. But heading through around this kind of roller coaster section, which really tests the limit of the grip of the tyres and the traction of the car as a whole. That was closer than it needed to be from me. So that was a Lamborghini or McLaren, I couldn't really tell. I think it was a McLaren. Yeah, we're just following our fellow Lexus in the 89, trying to see if we can pick off any positions with him. We are losing time to him at the moment. Gone a bit deep on the brakes though. It's worked out somehow though. Using the ABS to our advantage to be able to brake deep. Using the slight traction control that we have. If you look in the bottom right corner of your screen, there's a contact between the Lexus and the McLaren. We're going to get both of them here. He does tag me. Number 1 rule in racing, don't hate your teammate. So we both get a safety rating penalty. That's skirmish, and there's another car off. We're going to get 3 cars here. Just before we go on to the drop off. So we go down the hill here. We drop down into this blindingly fast corner that we saw the Lamborghini go off the previous lap. We have a trail of cars behind us here. We're under a lot of pressure. Oh no, we're gonna go wide. And we've gone wide, got to rejoin safely over these bumps. I think we've got a car down the outside of us. Or maybe not. I couldn't really tell there. I think he went round the outside, but then I think he backed out. Not too sure though. I hope I didn't make contact with him, but I didn't feel any on the... I mean, I don't have force feedback on my wheel, so I couldn't feel any contact, but I didn't see any kind of twitch from the car or anything, so... over the rubberness of the curb, we're not too far away from leader. P4 out of 12, so we're we're ahead of 2/3 of the field here. Which is not too bad. At least we're ahead of our teammate now, which, you know, is always nice, but even nicer to the fact... Oh, actually, I spoke too soon. We've spun it, and we've ended up on the inside of the... Oh, we've stalled it as well. We've ended up on the inside of the McLaren's curve. Just before just on the Indy layout, but now we've gone back onto the Grand Prix loop. Out of 30s and heading down the hill again. Not the best thing to do. Went from 4th to 9th, we've lost 5 positions, and now we have a lot of racecraft to put onto show here now. Really sliding over these curves. There's a big shunt for one of the Lamborghinis again. Another shunt for a Lamborghini. And a McLaren goes off in the same way that we did earlier. We've gone down the other side of it. There's just no grip out there. Would have been wiser to back out of that from me. Bit silly of me to try around the outside there. I thought there was more bank, and there was that McLaren getting very close to the back of us in the Lexus. We're in a McLaren sandwich. A muck lamb dollar kebab wrap. I don't know what I'm saying now. Anyway, we head into Paddock Hills Bend, and then into Druids, which will come up in about 3, 2, 1. Now we've gone deep on the brakes. Nearly hit the McLaren halfway into the race now. On the exit here, looking to sneak up the inside of the McLaren. He's kept his own, and there's 2 cars off. There's a Ferrari off with one of the McLarens. One of the other McLarens, I'm pretty sure. Or was that maybe one of the Audis? Couldn't really tell, as we were focusing too much on this McLaren and trying to get past him. But now, actually, I think we're just going to try and get past this Ferrari safely, because he looks like he's struggling with handling in that car. He looks like he's taken a couple knocks in that Ferrari, in the King Power livery. Gone through and into the next corner. Couple jumps on the curbs. It's very hard to pass around this circuit, similar to the Budapest circuit. Hungary round, off goes the McLaren. It's very important that we get past this Ferrari as quick as possible, because otherwise we're going to get swollen up by another McLaren behind us. If you see at the top of your screen in the middle, the McLaren, and that's the view that will be behind the car. We are bouncing on the limiter, hitting the grass. I think the Audi isn't even too far behind as well, so you have to watch out. There's the Ferrari. He's gone wide at Paddock Hill. We're going to go back up into 5th place and back behind our teammate in the Lexus. But we've gone very deep. It looks like we'll lose that 5th place as quick as we got it. No, we won't. We've held our own against the... Is that the F1 movie livery on the McLaren? We've gone all over the track limits. Trying to keep the car stable but quick. We've just about done that, although I had a bit of a bumpy exit. But the 113 entry against us in the 30. Lexus versus McLaren versus, is that Audi behind? It is. As we head through again, struggling with rear instability on rotation. So we are just kind of doing a quick flick of the steering wheel, almost F124 handling, or WRC handling, with the bumpiness of this track. It's almost encouraged as we head into Clearways Corner and on to the... What lap is this? I can't see what lap this is. I'm not too sure. Probably 6th lap, I'd say. Heading round turn 1 again. Going off. On the limit of our personal best delta, although we've lost some time out of Druids. Heading into the Graham Hill corner. And out of the Graham Hill corner with a pretty nice, almost Rennsport style power slide, which gained us a lot of time. Over the curb again, 3/10 up on our previous lap. This is probably the loneliest lap we've had in this Grand Prix so far, or in this race so far. Not exactly a Grand Prix. And there's a car off again. There's a Ford. Looks like one of the Mustangs potentially, as we've gone wide as well with him. And now that Ferrari behind us is going to be catching ever more. But we've had this is the lap where we've had the most clean air. And it is a Mustang that's ahead. And very similar shape in terms of the chassis and the aero between the Mustang and the Lexus that I'm driving. So we're both very tall cars. We're very rectangular. We're both taller, about as tall as we are wide in terms of our machinery. But we have set our personal best lap, I'm pretty sure. We've gone wide through Paddock Hill. We've just about kept on track. We've lost some time, but we did at least keep it on the tarmac instead of in the Paddock Hill Bend's gravel trap. Struggling on the power there, or struggling on stability, should I say. Coming around the Surtees corner, there's a yellow flag ahead, there's a lot of polystyrene, a lot of debris on the track. Something drastic's happened. I think it might be that Lamborghini. It is. Gonna go to the left of him, and he's hit us. Somehow, we've kept the car in a straight line after that massive thump. And somehow both cars receive a safety rating penalty. Struggled to see how that would be my fault, but hey ho. As the leader has finished the race, so this will be our last lap. But we have a car bearing down our neck. That's the Ferrari. We've got to keep him behind us. And we've gone very deep on the brakes into this penultimate corner. But his route is sacrificed our exit. Now this Ferrari, if we go into the middle of the track here, try and not leave him any doors, he's got to fling it around the outside at Clearways corner. He's going to go wide though, as that is the offline part, so it's more bumpy. And he does not have enough grip to go around the outside and take P5 from us in the Lexus. That's a great result for us. After a very up and down race here on Assetto Corsa Competizione in the Lexus. Very hectic here at Brands Hatch. Very nice though, very nice. Yeah, thank you to everyone who's raced as well, if you can hear me in the V seat. Thank you very much. Can I do donuts? Oh. Yeah, we'll go back round to the pits now. Oh, yeah. So it was a very hectic race. We had a pretty safe start, although it nearly went wrong on many occasions. Especially at Druids, where we went around the outside of our teammate. And in the 89 Lexus. And we had to settle in behind him when he was kind of losing a bit of time on traction and that. And then you got the McLarens that were pretty much haunting us throughout the entire race, which wasn't the most ideal thing, but we were able to hold our own. And Slim Shady wins in the number 11 Audi, then the BMW in the number 47, then comes the 721 McLaren, and then our teammate in the 89 does finish ahead of us in the number 30, 4th and 5th for the two Lexus in this race.